So today we are going to look at the chart of Christy McNichol, who is an American actress. Uh, See here under events. See here under categories. She she was diagnosed with bipolar disorder. She was diagnosed with bipolar disorder, and also also in 2012 she declared that she was a lesbian, means she never got married, and she also revealed that she is a lesbian and has lived with her partner Marty Allen. So both are female. Her partner Marty Allen is also female. You can search in Google about Marty Allen. Uh, so she is a lesbian. Now we will look at her chart. This is her chart, and she is an Sagittarius ascendant with the fifth Lord Mars placed in the seventh house. Now, this Mars is afflicted in a chart, which is placed in the seventh house. Let me show you how. Just go to chakras, then go to Kala Chakra. Now, we will make this Kala Chakra chart with reference as Mars, because we want to know if Mars is placed in the seventh house in her chart, whether it is giving good result or bad result to her. This Indra power is the reference point. Currently, it is with reference to Rahu. We will change it to Mars, base planet and division, and let's make it with reference to Mars. Now, see, if Mars is the reference point in Kala Chakra chart, then her Venus and Mercury falls under Yama death. Now, what is Yama death? Yama death is highly malefic, and when any planet falls under Yama death, they lose their significance. They give bad result, extremely bad results. They don't deliver results. It simply means if Mars in a chart, if Mars is placed in the seventh house, then Venus and Mercury falls under Yama death. So Mercury is her seventh lord, and so relationships are going to die because Mercury rules the seventh house of relationships. So she was never married. She never got married because she was lesbian. Lesbian means homosexual, and our Venus also fall under Mrityu Bhaga. Venus is the natural significator of marriage and relationships. So marriage and relationships failed in her life. She never got married. She never got married, and so this is how Mars in the seventh house is affecting her. Afflicted Mars in the seventh house. Now, why I said afflicted? Because we can look here in Natal Samas. We can look at the Mrityu Sama. You Mrityu Sama. Aradra is her Mrityu Sama. Mrityu means death. And Aradra is her Mrityu Sama. And her Mars is placed in Aradra Nakshatra. Look here. In Sarvatto Bhadra Chakra, here Mars is placed in Aradra Nakshatra. So Mars is death for her. Mars is dead for her. Because Mars is placed in Mrityu Bhaga. And Mars is also fifth lord. And fifth house is the house of love and romance and kids. So when you don't even get married, then you can't even have kids. And Mars, also love and romance becomes unusual because fifth lord falls under Mrityu, under Mrityu Sama, and love and romance becomes unusual because Rahu is aspecting. Rahu from the eighth house is aspecting the fifth house, and Rahu is an unusual, and this is So the love and romance becomes lesbian, means having love and romance with the same sex. So this was the major problem in her chart, afflicted Mars, because Mars is placed in the seventh house of relationships, and Mars is falling under Mrityu Sama. Also, she suffered from bipolar disorder. Now let's see why this happened. Bipolar is basically mood swings. Mood swings means mood is what? Mood is has to do with the sign of Cancer. Cancer, and Cancer is, and her Rahu is placed in the sign of Cancer in the eighth house. Now is Rahu's placement in eighth house is not good for her. Why not? Why not good? Let's see. Let's go to chakras and let's see Kala Chakra. Now make the chart with respect to Rahu. So you see, if we have made the Kala Chakra chart with reference to Rahu. Now when Rahu, it simply means if Rahu is in Pushya Nakshatra in the eighth house, then Venus falls under Yama death. So what does it mean? It means Venus will fail. Venus give bad results, and relationships and Venus is in Swati Nakshatra, and Swati is basically Libra sign. So Libra is Swadhisthana chakra. So she is also suffering from bad Swadhisthana chakra, as seventh house is Swadhisthana chakra, and Mars is also placed in a seventh house. So she is she is suffering from bad Swadhisthana chakra and bad Muladhara chakra. Why Muladhara chakra is bad? Because Mars is not good. Mars is the natural significator of the eighth house, and eighth house is Muladhara chakra, seventh house is Swadhisthana chakra. So when Mars is in Mrityu Sama, then Mars will suffer and Muladhara Chakra will suffer. When you get possessed in Muladhara Chakra, when there is bad Muladhara Chakra, it means there is a possession. Some dead spirit has entered in her Muladhara Chakra, and that is the reason she is attracted towards another woman, lesbian. So there is a possession in Muladhara Chakra, and this also shown here. This category in Kala Chakra chart, suffering foreign things, this is the category where you get possessed by other dead spirits. In the subtle world, there are a lot of dead spirits that exist. When you get possessed by those spirits enter your subtle body in the Muladhara Chakra, then planets comes under this suffering foreign things, Varuna, suffering foreign things. So it simply means if Rahu is placed in Pushya Nakshatra in 8th house, then Mars, Saturn, Moon, Saturn and Ketu falls under suffering foreign things. And that is the reason she was also suffering from bipolar disorder, because the mind is possessed by some other spirit in her body, and that could be a man. The other spirit in her body could be a man. When a woman gets possessed by a man, she behaves like a man, and this quality usually gives homosexuality or lesbian. And so her moon, Saturn, and Ketu all were suffering. That is the major reason she also was suffering from bipolar disorder. Also, Rahu is placed in Cancer sign, and Cancer is a sign of emotions and mood. So mood is we see in with the sign of Cancer, and Rahu is an amplifier. So it amplifies the emotions. When emotions get amplified, then you get mood swings, and that is also the reason. And Rahu is not well placed in the 8th house, because now you can also, let's look at, she in 1992 she was doing some TV serial. She left the show during the 1992-93 season. So by the end of 1991, she was suffering from mood swings. So we can look at the dasha of, we can look at the dasha in 1992 and 91. So starting from 20th September 1991 and 3 February 1992, at this time, means during Rahu period, during Saturn Antardasha and Rahu Pratantardasha, she suffered from depression, and that is the reason she left the show, television show she was working for. And this caused during Rahu period. And so, as you can see, Rahu is the main problem for her, because Rahu is placed in the sign of Cancer, and Rahu is amplifying the sign of Cancer. And that is the reason she had to leave the television show. So that is it for this video. We'll see you in the next video. Please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.